So we had another big day in Bitcoin today. Well, the new day started at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it ran up, I mean, I say big day, it ran up 6%, which is good. We're on an 8, could potentially get a 9. That would be, this is technically Thursday's candle. This would be Friday's candle, so end of the week. This is the day where Elon had sent out that tweet and we had a big price run up, but price pulled back. Sold off, consolidated and went up. So we could see some sell off here at this upper area of say 38.6. But ideally, and then okay, so on the 4 hour we broke through the 70 on the RSI, which is actually pretty good. We hit a 9 here. We could get some consolidation between this area, this 38 and 30. I mean 37, so that's a big range. That's 1,000. So between 37 and 38, we could get some consolidation, retest, this 36,950, and then go higher. But right now, what I have here is the inverted cup and handle. What would that target be? That target would be potentially right around 41 where we were before, which would kind of line up perfectly. I think we could get in this overbought area. I mean, this is an area of, there's a lot of resistance here. This would be breaking the high that we set back in early January. There is a 9 here as well. Let me bring up the other T sequential right here. So that's going to be some resistance or potential for consolidation. So as the way it looks, we have some pretty good momentum. This could be, our consolidation area could be tightening between, what I said, 30 to 40, between 37 and 40, and that would be better because we'd be towards the upper end, and then we consolidate here for maybe a couple of weeks. Let's look at the weekly. What do we have? We have a 1. Yeah, this is what we would want to see. We would want to see a 9, a couple of weeks of consolidation, a daily close above this 38.6640, and then we go higher. That would be ideal. So we're just kind of watching Bitcoin, seeing if there's a breakout. So that's Bitcoin. We'll keep this this inverted cup and handle on here. So the next thing is, let's look over. I'm gonna keep this short today. Let's look over Tilray. We had a good day another good day today. Really good day. So it's up 40% in 2 days. So let's see. Let me switch that other TD sequential. It's cleaner. It's not as much. Not as busy. All right. So here. So if we would have entered yesterday, right when market opened, here to where it closed today, 30. So up over 30%. At one point it was more than 40%, but up over 30%. I know in post market it's at 25. Let me show you something here. So we have this area back here. It's a TD9 retest. With the green number we can take that off. So, I mean, look at that. Ironically, that's exactly where we had some sell-off, around 28.38, this was all the way back in September of 2019. Even 9s all the way back 2.5 years ago, or I'm sorry, 1.5 years ago, are pretty much are still valid areas of resistance. So we can take this off of the chart. I mean, we could leave it on there to mark it because it is something that's far back and you wouldn't see immediately. But yeah, so we've hit that target. What could happen? Let's look at the hourly. So on the hourly, we could technically pull back all the way to 21. And even though I do enter, you could have entered this trade on the hourly. I don't put as much weight on the pullbacks for the hourly. I mean, they can happen, and they are good areas to look at, but are to be mindful of. Let's look at the CMF. CMF, higher high, divergence on the hourly. On the 4 hour, that's kind of a reversal candle. So yeah, I mean, we could pull back. I mean, We could technically pull back all the way to 19, but this 30 moving average. Okay, so what would I be looking for? If we pulled back, if we got a red number on the daily right here, right there. Let's see, what do we need tomorrow to get that red number? Yeah, it would have to go all the way back down to 18. We would get a red number here, retest, and that could bounce the price. But that would be a lot of selling and that would be a huge drop. That'd be a 20% drop. It's possible. How possible is it? The CMF is trending down. Let's see, what's the RSI doing? It's in the overbought area, but then, like I said, whenever it gets here, it's more of like a momentum. We'll see it. We'll see how it does tomorrow. I keep on going back between these indicators, and I'm doing it quickly. But there was some buying that came in. Let's look at the on-balance volume. On-balance volume is good. It consolidated up, even though we had a little bit of selling. Here it's high. It really hasn't pulled back. Here it broke out, right? Consolidation. We finally broke out. So yeah, even though we kind of have a reversal candle, it closed positive. If this would have closed red, that would have been maybe a little bit more area for concern. But we're fine. So what would be ideal? Ideal would be, okay, yeah, we had a big run up. Pulling back to 21 would not be the greatest. You could take profits. If I absolutely wanted to take a profit, 15, I would say if it broke down 24, you're most likely going to close this gap and maybe get in this range right here, this 22, 23 range. But that would already be a big drop. That would be an 11%. That would be more than that. That'd be, potentially a 15% drop. So that's why it's important, especially if you're trying to swing trade this, to have these areas marked. So you could have taken the profit at this red 9, which was right at the $28 area, and then see see how this goes. Re-enter if we close higher than that on the 4 hour. You could switch to trading this on the 4 hour. But the long-term view on this is that the MORE Act passes the Senate, and this thing goes back to its previous all-time highs, potentially higher. So, long term, the 3 moving average long term got you in 100% right here at 1131. You could have got it at the close. You'd be up 132% in a month. And then you're just waiting. You're just waiting for this to give you a 9. Potentially another 4 weeks, you reevaluate, see if that creates a pullback. If we get a green number above a prior green number, you re-enter and go higher. That's how you would play this. Or you just stay 100% out of the position. You made a tremendous return. If we have another run-up, say we get to, I think we're going to get to this 40 area within this next month. I could be wrong. But I think that has a high probability. We broke out. We are a little oversold on the weekly, but that doesn't mean that we can't have, a pullback week, a pullback 2 weeks, and then, that'd be 6, 7, and then the last 2 weeks we run up to 40, get a sell-off, and then, evaluate and see where this is going based on, the technicals, and then see fundamentally what's going on. But either way, it's a good trade, and I'm still in it, and I have my stop set, but as far as I'm going to ride this out, see where it goes. There's nothing here that's alarming me to get, to be worried. I have a 7, 8, 9, potentially 2 more days. Then I'll start to reevaluate, see if I want to take some off the table for another dip to buy at a lower price. But this is telling me on the weekly we got another 4 weeks of upside potentially, even though the RSI is overbought. Nope, that's not what I want. Even though it's overbought, I'm going to close this out. We're still in this trade. You don't have to be bouncing in and out of trades. We're above the Bollinger Band. Really above it. We were really above it here. Then we finally had a pullback. So, look, this run up is comparable to this run up. So, we might be getting a little toppy, but I still think this could be our range. 20. I'm just watching it. I'm not jumping out completely. I think we're going higher. So this is a position I'm sticking with. But so that's about it. Any comments? Leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.